If you need a charge of positive emotions and want to spend the upcoming day in a great mood, then you've come to the right place. We know how to cheer you up, and we have once again prepared for you an exciting selection of the funniest, most interesting, and unusual cases that have been filmed recently. Now, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and take a low starting position. It's not enough to cut down a tree, you also need to catch it.
Run, Forrest, run!
In order not to be disappointed in your children, sometimes it is better not to open the doors to their room. I wonder when this cat will realize that something is wrong. There was no strike, but she managed to hit at least something. It seems that this driver is paid only for transportation, but they do not pay extra for the integrity of the cars. A trash can is the best place to hide from a policeman. The main thing here is that the garbage truck does not drive up at the very same time. There are advantages to a motorhome, but there are also disadvantages. Apart from the modest size, this house clearly lacks stability. The refueling gun and hose have no meaning outside the gas station, and even accidental theft entails a fine. It's not often you have to watch such heartbreaking scenes. It seems that he has served the man faithfully and is ready to go on a well-deserved rest. Before going to the car wash, it is better to make sure that all the windows of your car are closed. Otherwise, you'll have to use improvised means to avoid getting wet. Now you can see the best motivation to speed up and get to work on time. Getting into an SUV may seem like it can drive anywhere, however, do not take this thought so literally. Your birds can become another reason for stress. Everyone gets rid of competitors in their own way. Every girl can recognize herself here. Write in the comments if something similar happened to you. Have you had a terrible haircut made at home? Guys without serious intention should stay away from this girl with a temper. Sometimes the fastest way to get home quickly after school is to run away from the turkey. When you've been waiting for an offer for so long that you don't even count on it anymore. Sometimes having an extra 3 to 4 kilograms will not hurt. It may not be very effective, but it is a very spectacular way of turning cars into scrap metal. These dogs are so loyal to their owners that they strive to protect them always and everywhere. Is it really possible to start a car in this condition? This is what happens when you want to look cool but don't have the courage to ride a real motorcycle. He was so lucky that it didn't happen at high speed somewhere on the highway. Perhaps he is rushing to a very strange party or to a costumed meeting of ufologists. There are people who prefer to wash their car on their own, ensuring that this way they relax and relieve stress. Well, it looks like she's had a very busy week. Having a juicy conversation and thinking that no one will see you for sure is a big misconception. Such a harmless Santa Claus can sometimes hide not the most cheerful animator. Don't rush to be happy if your girlfriend volunteered to wash your car. The result may not be that amazing. The cheese fountain failed, but the kitchen apocalypse was simply amazing. I think each of us has a relative who still has not changed the old Nokia to a modern smartphone because he does not trust new technologies. Isn't that right? It was a great cake. No more sweets for today. Dolphins, like no other, are able to attract attention to themselves. A girl can find a lot of ways to not get bored, or when she wants to find out who and what her boyfriend is talking about when she's not listening. Would you dare to drive underwater in such a luxury car? You can't call this car comfortable. I'm sure that they removed all the seats for some very important purpose. The man made it very clear who was in charge at the pedestrian crossing. Did you think only children's racing cars can drive on such tracks? In reality, this is a much more exciting sight.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
Do you also think that this is a strikingly strange way to evacuate cars? What's for dinner tonight? Share your opinion in the comments below. The competition is funny, but the props are clearly not designed for everyone. Apparently, the TV came in one set with a dressing table. The thief clearly did not expect such a turn of events. The wedding is not over yet, but the man has already tasted all the pain of family life. They say that the footprint on the concrete brings fortune. I really don't think the builders feel the same way. That's exactly why I would never be able to work as a delivery guy. What about you? Are you afraid of dogs? Looking for a scoop that is in your hands is a typical situation. It's the same as looking for the phone you're using or the glasses you're wearing. Some bags can sometimes be very roomy. Dismantling of some old buildings can sometimes be done very delicately. The driver really wanted to show off his new car, but he clearly overestimated his abilities. The car on this trailer looks too dangerous not to be nervous when you drive by. A little free time and inspiration allow one to create short-lived drawings that can cheer up everyone around. This is not only an unsuccessful way to wash the car, but also a very dangerous one.
My gosh, welcome to Texas, y'all.
This driver has great and urgent things waiting for him since he does not care about what is happening with his wheels. Driving on snow-covered roads is not easy, but it is even more difficult on snow-covered rails. There will be no sweets for the night. Someone is always alert. Family life is never boring when both have a sense of humor. It would seem that a fiasco is already inevitable, but who would have thought that not everything is that hopeless? Not every SUV can actually drive anywhere. Some of them can fall apart right on the move. What a misery. Why was a new expensive sports car parked in this place? Sometimes during the usual decoration of the yard, you can accidentally suffer from depression.
Before watching similar videos, it would be great to buy some sedative pills. One needs nerves of steel here.
The sense of humor of some people is very difficult to understand. The tire couldn't stand the fast pace of the modern world and decided to give up. Your favorite animals deserve a private transfer. Now we have another contender for the award in the nomination of the worst parking of the year. Does it also seem to you that this is the most unfortunate place to show how well you can drift? When there is no chance to call a tow truck, you have to look for other ways to solve the problem. It was a difficult path to tire repair, but he was still able to overcome it on all four wheels. What a reckless act! The snake may well want to take revenge for such use of its body. Did they really think their trip would go smoothly? It seems that he sees fire almost for the first time in his life and has no idea what to do with it. The cat's skills are amazing, but they are nothing if a whole flock comes together against it. And then we wonder where our parcels are lost. Strangely enough, sometimes success is achieved by those who follow the path of least resistance, like this goose who decided to challenge the system and have a comfortable ride. sow the wind, and reap the whirlwind. These are the tricks we deserve. This is the best domino effect I've ever seen. So what? Everyone expresses themselves the way they want and dresses the way they like. Proposing on the edge of a cliff when your hands are shaking and you're very worried is not a good idea, although this will definitely be remembered for a lifetime. His physical strength and sense of balance can only be envied. That is why you should trust your own eyes and not the navigator. The woman managed to run over a huge stone in such a way that even those around her were unable to help her.
At least we tried, right? High fives.
If you want to use it as a snowplow, it is too expensive and efficient. You've noticed something strange going on here too, haven't you? These are the realities of our roads. Sometimes walking is even faster. Children can be extremely smart when they really need something. This is the whole essence of male friendship in one video. If your husband said that a surprise awaits you at home, then you should not be happy in advance because the surprise may turn out to be a real disaster. Of course, the subway cars have become even cleaner, but passengers will obviously not appreciate such a way of cleaning. Out of 100 snowball throws, one still hits exactly the target. It was worth ordering a taxi right to the entrance, although I think they don't drive in this weather. Some roads may be well used as runways. This plane changed its mind about landing at the last moment. Such ridiculous situations regularly happen to people all over the world, but for some reason, no one learns from the mistakes of others. He clearly wanted to pick up his lunch as soon as possible, but given the escape from the car, he would not satisfy his hunger soon. Some drivers are so harsh that they don't need any tires. It happens that the search for a car ends up buying a pig in a poke, which does not quite meet expectations. A luxury car may not be a classic Christmas attribute, but it still creates a festive mood. What a perfect hit. It didn't turn out to be a beautiful photo, but the video turned out to be funny. Is it just me, or is the coolness of this moment off the scale? And why wouldn't they use some professional gear? Is it possible to park in such a situation? I definitely couldn't do that, but the driver of this car is a real professional because he succeeded. I'm impressed. And you? Were you in a hurry to congratulate your friend on the good news? Maybe it's not the case, and she just had a good lunch. In every team, there is someone who can make your day brighter. The bear appreciated the car. However, after such a guest, the interior will definitely need a serious dry cleaning. This is a whole new level. It was unexpected, wasn't it? Strangely enough, this car can still drive normally. It's just that the owner has to put up with some nuances. Christmas madness is taking over everything. Would you be pleased with such a festive bus? How many unsuccessful attempts do you think were made before they changed tactics? It happens that the delivery price turns out to be almost half the cost of the product itself. In such cases, you will either have to spend a lot more than you expected or come up with a way to cope with transportation on your own. The man took the chance not only to relax on the beach, but also to enjoy the view of an unfamiliar girl in a swimsuit. Some girls can be considered dangerous. Their attractiveness and clothes have a very bad effect on the attentiveness of passing drivers. Apparently, these guys won't get far. I think it's best for a clumsy employee to start blaming the uneven tile for what happened. Otherwise, it'll be quite a shame. Do you understand why you need to keep a distance on the road now? Wild animals were not confused by the presence of many people on the beach. Here's a location for a foam party with minimal costs. Cats are terrible egoists with an inflated ego. Do you agree? That's what happens when a child suddenly wakes up inside the soul of an adult. According to the idea, it was supposed to be the most original wedding photo shoot, but it didn't work out. Oops, another failure. Today, you can't even surprise people by playing the piano anymore, so you have to somehow get out of the situation.
Don't forget to share the most impressive moment of this episode in the comments below. See you soon.